Hey everyone, let's dive into something truly significant happening right now, the women's uprising in Iran in 2024. This isn't just news, it's a powerful narrative about courage, struggle, and the quest for freedom. Earlier this year, Iran was shaken by the unexpected death of President Ibrahim Raisi in a helicopter crash. But beyond the headlines, a more profound battle has been unfolding on the streets of Tehran and across the country. Women, who have long been under the stringent control of the morality police, are spearheading protests that cry out for basic human rights and freedoms. Imagine walking down a street, feeling the weight of constant surveillance, where your choice of clothing isn't just a personal expression, but a compliance issue enforced by law. That's the daily reality for many Iranian women. But it's not just about clothing, it's about the fundamental right to self-expression and freedom. The spark for these protests was the tragic death of Mahsa Jina Amini in 2022, detained by morality police over her hijab. Her death wasn't just a tragedy, it became a symbol of systemic oppression. And the response? A brutal crackdown by Iranian authorities with hundreds killed and thousands arrested. Yet, despite the threats and the crackdowns, the spirit of resistance among Iranian women has not dimmed. If anything, it's burning brighter, fueled by every act of suppression. The upcoming elections following Raisi's death seem tightly controlled, with little room for reformists. Most candidates are hardliners, and the election process, overshadowed by the influence of the Guardian Council, offers little hope for a significant political shift. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite the odds, there's a hopeful undercurrent among activists and the general public. They're not just fighting for change in leadership, but for a seismic shift in how their society values freedom and human rights. It's a high-stakes battle where every voice counts and every act of defiance matters. So what can we do? First, stay informed. Understand the nuances of this struggle. Support international human rights organizations that are working on the ground and amplifying these voices. And most importantly, keep the conversation alive. Talk about it, post about it. Make sure the world knows that the fight for freedom in Iran is far from over. This isn't just Iran's story, it's a global narrative about the power of the human spirit to challenge the status quo and demand a better world. Thanks for tuning in, and let's keep pushing for a world where freedom isn't just a privilege, but a right.